all this stuff that's been happening over the last few days. There's been a massive anti-lockdown protest in London on Saturday, not really reported by the mainstream media. Some channels talked about it from their studios, say that, oh, there is a protest going on, let's talk about it. But they didn't send anyone on the ground to interview the people who were there to actually represent their voices. Even if they're right or wrong, it doesn't really matter. You need to make sure that everybody is heard. But even some channels who did talk about it from their studios, but that's it, they moved on. That's been the biggest problem. We had that to deal with. We had Matt Hancock to deal with. We had all the big stuff to deal with. And then we've got the Labour Party. And this is the problem I have. And that's why the Labour Party is not resonating to anyone. Diane Abbott tweeted when Matt Hancock had to resign, saying that some people on Twitter, this is before Sajid Javid was appointed as Health Secretary, some people on Twitter seem to think that Michael Gove is poised to take over from Matt Hancock. But are they confident that Gove's private life is beyond reproach? So she's targeting Michael Gove's private life, which is fair. Michael Gove is not the perfect human. But then when Diane Abbott decided to bring in Sarah Vine and Michael Gove's wife into this, she slightly crossed the line. She said maybe Sarah Vine can shed some light on this. #back to basics. And somehow she's now pro-John Major and the 1992 election campaign. But it's really weird. All these situations that we have from the Labour Party. And of course, you would expect a mature and experienced politician like Diane Abbott to know the line. Do not cross the line. Do not make things personal. Everything is already in politics personal anyway because of social media and the way the media works. Everyone's attacking everyone on a personal level. But don't bring someone else's wife into this. Not many people like Michael Gove anyway already. We know that. We can't trust the guy. But don't bring in Sarah Vine into this. And this is really just poor take from the Labour Party. If these people really cared about women and ordinary people's lives and family values, there would be more outrage about the fact that when Martha Hancock, the wife of Matt Hancock, was leaving her house the next day when Hancock's saga was revealed and the crisis, she was leaving the house and she was harassed by photographers and the journalists. Why were they doing that? What was the point of that? It makes absolutely no sense. Yeah, you see it, of course, in Hollywood with paparazzi and the celebrities leaving their homes and they take pictures because why not? I don't know why they do that, but that's just how it works. But she's already going through a lot of issues. Her husband decided to do all that stuff, cheat on her, and then leave her publicly on the national TV talking about it. And she has to deal with the children and her family. She's just trying to leave the house in the morning, and the reporters are there. Why? Are they going to ask her questions about the health secretary, about the NHS, about the government? No. They're just there for gossip. And that's bad. And also considering that Matt Hancock, this whole saga about Matt Hancock, I don't really focus on the personal aspects of it, that he had an affair, because that's already immoral. Anyone knows that. The issue I have, 2 points about his legacy, or lack of it. One is the hypocrisy, and one is the corruption. Now, the hypocrisy comes in when he was talking about Neil Ferguson, the professor from Sage, who had to resign because he broke the rules by cheating on his wife with a married woman. And that's one thing. Let's just watch this bit first.
It's extraordinary. And, I don't understand.
Sounds speechless.
I am. That doesn't often happen to me, Kay.
I know.
It's I think that he took the right decision.
You wouldn't have...
To resign, that is.
Yeah, you wouldn't have fought to keep him.
Okay, if that's the case, then when the whole thing came out, why didn't he resign on the first night? And of course he had to be pushed out because the media pressure and the Prime Minister and everybody else eventually was going to happen anyway. But don't be a hypocrite on live TV. It's a bit embarrassing. Now, that's one part of it. The second issue I have is the corruption. Well, the rest of this video is going to be quite tricky because we're going to talk about all the contracts and WHO and all the stuff that's been happening around the NHS. So if you want to watch the actual full show to see the whole episode, then go on mytousi.co.uk, sign up today, support the channel, and be part of our new community.